common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag.
Had to triple my bag.
Wow.
Had to triple my bag.
Wow.
Had to triple my bag.
Yeah.
Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another live episode of Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
Sell all your cryptos now, guys. Everything is burning. Tether's imploding. Bitfinex is a thief. No, guys, don't do that. Don't panic on the news, because if you sold, you are already in the negative because this thing is rallying back. We will explain why it means absolutely nothing for Bitcoin and crypto prices. And really, guys, this occurred months ago. So if it was going to affect the market, it would have already been doing so. And what have we been doing the past couple months? Going from the bottom, which we call that 3124, only higher. So if you sold, I would be a little nervous, and I don't know where you're going to get it back. Of course, we can see another crash, but it isn't going to be due to this news. And again, we will explain why here in a second. Also, we're going to talk about how Samsung, a big traditional company, one of the largest tech giants in South Korea, who we know love their cryptocurrencies, dumped another $3 million into a crypto project you may have heard of, Ledger Nano S. No, not a crypto coin, but a crypto product. That is the most famous hardware wallet, which we do have a link for in the description below.
Hey, do we have an echo, maybe? Mike Bone says. What's up, Mike?
Do we have an echo?
He's the only one to set it, so.
We will see. Let us know if there is an echo. Also, on top of that, let's make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And if you love free cryptocurrency, leave your RPD wallet address or your Telegram handle if you're in the RPD tip bot in the comment section below after this video is posted. You know, it'll be right below the description. Leave a little comment, whatever you think. You could love Rapids, hate Rapids, love Bitcoin, hate Bitcoin, think me and Todd suck. But as long as you leave a comment with that RPD wallet address and that Telegram handle, you have a chance to win. We will draw a winner live from our last live show. So if you haven't already seen it, like that video, leave that comment over there for your chance to win some free cryptocurrencies. All right, before we get started, Todd, you got anything to add?
Nope, I'm ready to go over some charts.
Let's do it.
Some questions.
We got a lot of people in here, a lot of new people too. Fiat is King, welcome. Richard Grant Shaw, welcome. Big Boss, welcome. He wants to know a little hint about what RPD has up their sleeve. What don't they have up their sleeve? Stay on board, and we'll talk about that maybe here in another episode or later today. All right. What do we got here? Uh-oh. My screen's not aggregating properly. Todd, you're up first. Let's look at some crypto technical analysis.
I can do it. All right, here's the Bitcoin chart that we've been following. Here's the buys and sells that we've given live here or on the Patreon Discord. I've been getting a little bit of grief on no sells, but the software has kicked off no sells, mostly because sell volume has been coming into the market and keeping Technometer oversold. We're not really having anyone chasing it, so we're not getting overbought readings. And one thing I wanted to show, so I don't forget, this is the long short. Now this is a 4-hour chart. You can see here that the long short mix here is coming down. I mean, we've had nothing but trending higher Bitcoin, and this is really coming down hard. And to show you what that is again, this is Bitcoin shorts. So you can see shorts for the year are increasing and dramatically increasing here since April 8th. And then you got the longs, which are giving up. So this is the start of the year back here. So Bitcoin longs giving up, shorts increasing. So you've got to like all that on the longer term picture of Bitcoin. So, if we're up here at these levels, we mentioned these levels, maybe be a little bit nervous. We almost got that here, but now coming off sharply. So I think Bitcoin probably just scared everybody out again. Elliott wave counts. This news is screwing up probably the Elliott wave count that I've had. But again, I'm not, I know Elliott wave. I've traded it for years. Do not use that solely as what I'm trading off of. I'm using Wyckoff method since I own the Institute. So again, this count's going to be a little screwy now. I still think that this was a triangle ending, and probably we've done a 1-2. I would expect we're going to recover here and then just work our way back to the upside. Probably everybody knew that news was coming the last few days because that would have got out from the Attorney General. So I think we probably would have been on up to 5,800 or so without that news coming. So again, I think we'll put things back together here and continue to work higher. So here's Ethereum. Same type of thing, would have brought in a lot of new selling. So I think the news is just going to screw up a lot of technical charts. And but with my OP and volume, et cetera, I think we'll just put it back together and work back higher again. Litecoin 70.57. I did here it's about 73.80 today, and on the breakdown to 71. Our technometer to get oversold again, so I do have a buy here again on Litecoin, and to have it out there. I mean, I did mention that before this last sell-off, so this last sell-off would have caught me a little bit long on Litecoin on the last buy, but our buys previous to this have been perfect. And this I'm showing marked as the Elliott wave buy because I thought this was 5 waves down into an ABC. So I'm still probably, if you want to try to count the Elliott wave, I'm guessing this is a 5th wave. And we're making a good low here on Litecoin as we speak. So I'd have no problem being long Litecoin right here, right now. And then we got Ripple's broken down, which I really wasn't expecting. I'm guessing same thing here. We're making lows here. So I think if you got any fiat available, you invest it right here, right now. So you back good over there, boy?
Yep. I'll take this screen over for a little bit, and we'll, start it like we usually do. Yes, we're looking at coin market cap. Oh, everything's a little bit red due to the news. That's what we're going to start with. Why you guys shouldn't be panic selling and why it's already rebounded from that wick lower. And the most hilarious thing here, Todd, is everything's down about 4, 5, 6%, and then Tether is down 1.22%. Now, if you read that news, maybe you guys don't understand, but you guys aren't claiming to understand like a lot of the gurus on Twitter. Why would you be selling your Bitcoin to be buying Tether when Tether is the ones who committed the fraud and their reserves are the ones at question? That makes no sense at all. If anything, everybody should be dumping their Tether to buy crypto or go to US dollars. So when you read these news and people are like, sell all your crypto, panic, sell now. Emotions don't work in trading for a reason. And be careful who you listen to. And that is just quite funny that Tether is down the least amount when really the only people in question, the only project, the only crypto in question should be Tether. So breaking, the New York Attorney General alleges Bitcoin exchange misused Tether to hide $850 million. The Office of New York Attorney General Letitia James, I don't know how to say her name, sorry, has officially obtained a court order to request Bitfinex Inc., the operator of Bitcoin exchange Bitfinex and Tether, to cease operations in New York. All whopping, what, Todd, 100 users because they haven't been allowed to have U.S. residents on their exchange for the past, a year.
Right.
So that affects nothing, and all you got to do is use a VPS, and which I'm sure those 100 people are already doing anyways. Bitfinex is said to have never received the funds from the Attorney General's office found that Bitfinex allegedly handed over $850 million in commingled client and corporate funds to Crypto Capital Corp., a company based in Panama. Bitfinex is said to have never received the funds from Panamanian firm, leading to loss of more than $850 million. Now, did they lose $850 million of Bitcoin that this fake company is going to dump on the market? No, they didn't at all. They lost $850 out of the Bitfinex account. Bitfinex is highly profitable, and that is a loss on the books for that exchange, not for any clients, any users, or any crypto that could be dumped on the open market. So really doesn't matter? Nah, it looks like Bitfinex got scammed, didn't do their own due diligence, didn't have a proper contract, as they were trying to use a sketchy offshore account anyways to probably hide some of the $850 million so they didn't have to pay all the ridiculous 10% taxes based out of New York. The Attorney General's office alleged Bitfinex granted itself access to Tether's treasury and mismanaged $900 million of the stablecoin's cash reserves to hide the loss of $850 million. So if anything out of this news, that means that there are 900 million Tethers that aren't backed 1-to-1 by the dollar. Now, where should you be fleeing if you are a little scared? Out of Tether into another stablecoin or Bitcoin, not the opposite. Doesn't make sense. Let me sell my Bitcoin for Tether, which is in question. Makes no sense at all. Also, by the reading, this is still just alleged, not proven. And number two, this occurred months ago, probably when Tether went to 80 cents, and everybody was saying that you need to sell your Tether because it's going to zero, and we actually said quite the opposite, buy it at 80 cents and make a quick 20%, which we do know over the past few months, Tether has been $1 and a penny the entire time. Let's see if I got one more thing on this. Really, I just kind of covered it. Quote, Tethers remain completely stable and 100% backed according to them. So Tethers reserved always equal or exceed the number of issued Tethers. The only change is now, since they use some of that cash, is that the composition of the assets that provide the backing includes a combination of cash, cash equivalents, and may also include other assets or receivables from loans issued by Tether. Also, I'm sure their business offices that they own, real estate, etc., is where they're getting the aggregate value of Tether altogether. So how does this affect Bitcoin? Well, we saw everybody panic sell, and it got down to about 5,000 or 5,100, but we're back up to 5,240. The real question is, how should it have affected Bitcoin? Todd, how do you think it should have affected Bitcoin?
I'm sure there'll be some selling and people just running everywhere, but I mean, really, it could be bullish. So people.
But really, how does it affect Bitcoin, and how should it affect Bitcoin? It shouldn't affect it at all. 0%. Bitfinex is one exchange of many. BitMEX is the bigger one, and Bitfinex doesn't even have U.S. residents. Also, like I said, crypto wasn't stolen. Crypto cannot be dumped and will not be dumped. So if you're going to panic sell at these levels, well, you might be able to get it back lower, but I don't think you should be selling based off of emotion, but based off technicals and the fundamentals that you're seeing within this news article or the ecosystem in general.
I'll take it back for a minute because I got a few people here. Somebody asked for ADA USDT. I mean, that chart we have came back down to what I'm going to say some previous support. So I still would like ADA USDT here. And then let's go. We got BAD here. Got to talk about BAD because it blew off top. I'd mentioned this on Twitter. I'm going to call that a buying climax because you had some pretty big volume come in here. Everyone bullish at the exact highs. Really on a buying climax, because this here is all support. We showed this live because they were saying the technicals don't work. These technicals were perfect. And this accumulation range would have probably got us up to the 50. So I think we probably got to reaccumulate. So I would probably, and I probably would buy BAD here. I think probably you're going to see a trading range. So, we probably will do a new trading range. We could have just done a spring here because it just fell below there. So I would look for BAD, trade sideways, and then still higher later, but not one of the best coins to be in right now. And then what else here? Why am I back to my alerts? Let's go to BNB USDT. I mean, this one's holding up remarkably well. Hold on, I got something going.
What are you doing?
I'm not sure what just got on my screen. I mean, that's BNB. I mean, I think that one still continues higher. It's holding up incredibly well here. So no problem buying BNB, USDT. And then let's go to ICX. Then I'll fix my chart here in just a minute. ICX, we had shown same type of thing, some Wyckoff markings here. And I think that's another sign of strength and a backup. So, and then really another spring here. So I would say ICX USD is a good buy right here as well. So I would use this weakness to pick some of these up with the usual disclaimer that this is not investment advice.
Let's see what's going on in the chat box. Any questions, comments, or concerns we are missing? Angel Report says, LOL, they're trying to get people into buying BTC. It's over. Well, I don't know why you're even tuning in and waiting then. Go ahead and sell your BTC so my lower order can get filled. I'll be happy to take that off your hands. What else we got going on? Clifford Chapman says no more dark economy. Clifford Chapman says some guys work under the table. I'm under the entire house. And then Bronson wants you to take a look at XMR when you get a chance. I'm looking for a good buy-in. Pick out a level there on XMR that you like, and we will see. And then Andrew Port says, BAT 26 cents incoming. Yeah, BAT is looking weak. The Shiller's really called the top on that just perfect. We were looking to buy back in at 5,300. It ran up to 8,000. We had sells up there calling it a buy-in climax. And really, right here, right now, as far as U.S. dollars, Todd thinks is okay. Probably not one of the strongest ones to hold. And really, in Satoshi value, I think we have lower to go, and it's going to head back down to around the 6,000 level in Satoshi price. Right now, it is sitting around 7,400 sats. So that is one we have traded historically well with the Coinbase.com, Coinbase Pro listings, made some bets, and even got re-entered before the big blow-off top, thanks to some Wyckoff markings, which you guys can learn at learncrypto.io via the Wyckoff and crypto trading course if you're interested. All right, let's take a look. Let's do the giveaway. I'm going to go over a couple tweets I had about BNB and others, and then we're going to go ahead and do this 10,000 RPD giveaway from our last live show. Go over some more charts, go over some more news, and you guys got to let me know who gets drafted number 1 overall in the NFL draft, because that pick will happen in about 10 minutes from now. Here we go. So if you guys did not know, BNB has yet another value proposition coming to it. They just released the guidelines on how you get listed onto the Binance DEX. Well, let me give you a hint. You need BNB tokens, and you need a lot of them. In order to even get your application process started, you must answer a bunch of questions. If those questions are finished, then you can apply for voting. Yes, BNB votes. I don't know if it's going to be users, big holders, the employees, but they're trying to do a transparent listing thing here. It is transparent, but in order to even go up for vote, you need 1,000 BNB coins. That's about $25,000. If voted yes, then you immediately have to send another 2,000 Binance or another $50,000 worth of BNB coins, deposit them to CZ's wallet address, well, not really, Binance's wallet address, for the listing fee. Then they do send you the original 1,000 BNB back as a deposit, so it does cost $2,000 for the listing fee, or 2,000 BNB for the listing fee, but you need 3,000 BNB tokens even to play the game as far as the voting process and the listing process. The reason this is big for BNB holders and another value prop is think of it from the mind, not of you as the retail investor, but all of the projects that want to get on Binance DEX. We know that Binance.com drives the most volume out of any exchange for retail investors. Now they're coming out with the Binance DEX. The same network effect will occur. Will it be as successful as the centralized counterpart? I don't think so, because it's going to be a little harder to use. But nonetheless, every coin is going to want to get on there, and the only way to do that is to go market buy 3,000 BNB. Now, some of these coins might reach out to the community, and if they have BNB holders, they can scrounge up to 3,000, and then they won't be buying as many. But that still leaves those 3,000 BNB out of circulation for the foreseeable future. Supply and demand kicks in, and BNB probably will continue higher. Now, BNB may go sideways here. It has rallied up to about $25. It probably had some little bit of negative price action with this news, and it might go sideways because over the past 2 months, that thing is ripping and roaring from a low of $6 up to in the 20s. Insider information? Probably. Somebody knew how the token economics were going to work for the listing of Binance DEX and smartly has been accumulating some BNB. But like I said, nonetheless, all crypto projects that want to get listed on Binance DEX, and you know their communities want them to, need to go buy 3,000 BNB to even enter to have that opportunity. We'll see what that happens for BNB moving forward, but yet again, another value proposition. You can hate him, you can love him, but CZ is not going anywhere, and he understands what is necessary to bring value to the underlying cryptocurrency behind all of his growing projects.
Samer's asking about XRP. I mean, we keep talking that that's one that I have been friendly on somewhat. I mean, it's not been a good performer, so not a big holding of mine. I mean, this definitely could be a spring or a shakeout. It's not real deep, so I'd really call it more of a spring. Volume's not real heavy, so I still wouldn't, I wouldn't have a problem owning Ripple here, but I think there has been better choices, obviously, because this one just can't get off the mat. Looks like it's just heavy. So And Litecoin for Corey Roberts. I mean, I've kind of changed my Elliott wave markings. I still think we're down here probably with a C wave with 5 waves down. I did mention a couple dollars higher a few hours ago. My internet was down for 3 days. I had problems into my unit from the building, so that is fixed. So I did have a buy somewhat yesterday around 71.50 on Litecoin. The technometer did come down to oversold again. I mentioned that around 73.75 today. So I'd have no problem picking up Litecoin here.
Should I do this giveaway?
Yep.
All right, let's do this giveaway. Before we do the giveaway, shout out to Dustin Nelson. Check him out on Twitter because he just launched a new website with crypto merchandise. All kinds of cool stuff. You got wooden signs. There's a bunch of Rapids lovers out here. He made some Rapids wooden signs for your desk, your bookshelf. He can do framed logos. You see the Linda coin here. He can do coasters in both wood and acrylic, as well as phone stands like I use here for the show, or even crypto lights. If there's a project that you see here or that you don't see here, he can do custom orders as well. So I'll definitely take a look. No, we're not getting any kickback from him, but he did throw in some Learn Crypto love here on his website as well. If you buy the Learn Crypto trading course from his website, digitalassetservices.tech, you actually get 10% off the course. Since you are supporting a brand new business, we like to support them as well, so we give him a 10% discount since he did put it on the website to, kind of spur some more interest into some of his products. He did give me some of these when I went to Texas for the crypto event, so I will be having them on display here on the desk, and maybe just maybe I'll buy some of these and do some giveaways for our Patreon members and for our YouTube subscribers as well to give you some physical crypto assets rather than the digital ones I'm about to give away right now. All right, we're going to our last live show right here. Over 1,000 viewers, almost 1,100 views so far. You guys should take a look. But in the meantime, these are the individuals that already caught the show and left a comment, and they're going to have their chance to win 10,000 RPD. No sound effects out of Todd today. He's slacking.
No, I did play him. Sorry.
Oh. Winner, Shri Kanth. Thanks for the show, and there is the Telegram handle. Why did she give me the Telegram handle, he or she? Because she or he is part of the Telegram tip bot where I can send you RPD just with your user Telegram handle, Twitter handle, Discord handle, or even Twitch name. An address is then associated with that name for the rest of its existence, and you can transfer RPD freely. So congratulations, and if you want a chance to win, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section below with your RPD wallet address or Telegram handle for your chance to win some free digital money.
Dustin says he's going to do some giveaways on Twitter too, so that'll be cool.
All right, you're in charge. I got to send this person 10,000 RPD. I spend more money on here than I get from you. That's for sure.
Well, I don't know what else we want to talk about here. Somebody wanted XMR. Let's go to XMR real quick. One that I've not been following too closely, down 9%. I would still, as a lot of these charts are, I would call this probably a jump and a backup. So I'd be a buyer of XMR right here, right now. For Wyckoff, this is a jump across resistance and then a backup to it. So that one looks good. Then here's ZRX USD. And that's one we talked about being kind of slow and got a little deep here in February, March. So I think it could be bought here as well, but not been a strong coin. And guys, I don't have much else here. I've had 3 days of fighting my internet and fighting Spectrum, so.
I got one more news article. One more news article that you guys may find interesting, so we'll go ahead and pull that up. Also, it is a little late in the show. We haven't mentioned it yet. I don't know why not. People, about 3 or 4 or 5 people want to join our patreon.com/learncrypto to get more up-to-date information and to join our 24/7 Discord that we do have, but they don't want to get double paid. So if you pay right now, you have to pay the $30 or $10, and then you'll have to pay on the 1st again. We are going to do something since there's 1 week left in the month. If you sign up for the Patreon today, tomorrow, before the end of the month, when you get charged the additional charge on May 1st, when the new month starts, we are actually going to refund that. Essentially, you're going to make one payment and get this entire week for free. And we are doing our Patreon only live show. That means you guys who aren't on the Patreons unfortunately can't see it. Next Monday or Tuesday, so that'd be the 29th or 30th, will be a Patreon only live show and a Patreon only giveaway. So if you guys want to join, YouTube, the free stuff on YouTube or the free stuff on Twitter is just not quite enough. You want more spur of the moment trades, spur of the moment information, as well as Palm Beach Confidential and Palm Beach Trader. Check out patreon.com/learncrypto. Again, you will get this week completely free. You sign up today, you pay today, and once you get charged again on the 1st of May, since that's a new month, we will actually refund that entire amount. So you get a month and a week for the price of 1 month. To get you in here, sneak you in for this Patreon only live show and this Patreon only giveaway. Hope you join us, and that's where the real action is going on, especially when the internet was down. All we had was Discord, so that's where we were. All right, so Samsung plows another $2.9 million into crypto hardware wallet giant Ledger. I told you guys to get your Ledger Nano X. Unfortunately, the shipments have been delayed, but no worry. Ledger said, hey, your Ledger Nano X is delayed, so we're going to give you a Ledger Nano S absolutely free. That is $100 value for free. So you bought the Ledger Nano X for like $160, and you're getting the X and the S, plus you have the safe, your mind is feeling good because Samsung just put $3 million bucks, so you know your cryptos are going to be safe on that hardware wallet. Samsung, South Korea's biggest conglomerate and one of the world's largest brands, has invested $2.9 million in crypto hardware wallet manufacturer and custodial service provider Ledger in a high-profile deal. The multi-million-dollar investment in Ledger by Samsung comes less than a week after Samsung Ventures led a $4 million round in Zengo, a startup developing keyless crypto wallets. The commitment of Samsung in the crypto sector is likely to act as a catalyst that recovers the confidence of investors in the long-term prospect of the market. I don't think it really, people who are in there, I don't think this means anything for you being committed to the ecosystem or like, oh, Samsung put $2 million in, so this thing's going to moon. But what I think it does do is for people who aren't in the market and traditional institutional investors who have been keeping their eye on the crypto market are now seeing traditional companies not put just time and effort in, but now putting in millions of dollars to be venture capitalists and investing in cryptocurrencies and crypto platforms. And that's where I think the real money is going to start to trickle in. People didn't know of the Ledger name, so they may not trust them to hold their assets like a hedge fund, but they do have heard of Samsung, and if Samsung is involved, maybe now they'll take the leap of faith. Quote, while countless retail holders trust Ledger to secure their crypto, companies who manage huge amounts of crypto like institutional investors, family offices, and exchanges are also starting to trust us. That is coming from the CEO of Ledger, and I just wanted to share this article as it, during this time of FUD, everybody's panic selling. You guys got to keep your eye on the bigger picture. You got to understand the macro fundamentals. You got to understand what's going on. That's why we said Bitcoin was going to bottom from 30,000 to 3,200, and we've just stair-stepped higher. Everybody is, the bear market's still going on. Well, technically, the bear market is over as long as a new low doesn't come in. That means the bear market's been over now for, 4 months? So just keep your eye on the bigger prize. Understand that these multi-billion-dollar, multi-million-dollar companies do not delegate research and development, time, and money to something that they don't believe in and something they're not going to push their clients to for them to make fees and revenues, and that's still all on the table. Everybody said, the thing that happened with Bitfinex means that no Bitcoin ETF are backed or any of that is coming because the New York is going to clamp the law down. Well, let me tell you something. They don't have the final say, the CFTC, for a lot of those things, and that has to do with one company. That would be like saying if Microsoft commits fraud, we got to sell everything on the stock market. Does that make sense? That's pretty much what people were saying to do today, and that's just not how investments work. That's not how the crypto ecosystem is going to work, especially as more and more cryptocurrencies decouple from each other. One crypto company committing fraud doesn't bring the entire market down. That would be like saying BitConnect being a scam. That means Bitcoin should have went to zero too. That's not how things work, and that's not how I see it here in the future.
What up, Javi? Craig? Jim Thixton says buy the dip. Bring back. I got 4 more charts.
Look in the background there. That BTFD is calling your guy's name.
We've been buying the dip. Here is KMD. Someone asked about. I kind of showed some resistance. I thought we jumped. I did do a little bit of buying down here at 94-ish with a stop below this low. So I still think this one probably works higher. So I wouldn't have a problem with that one. And then what, ONT, someone asked. This one, you know, we've had probably a 50% pullback on this rally. So I don't think it's too bad here. Hard to put much markings on it, but I think this is probably like the Litecoin chart. It's kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, and a diagonal triangle fifth. So I would have no problem with ONT here as well. And then Tron, TRX, USD. This is one we showed at 5 waves up and then support back here at 0.0202 or so, which we came down here and caught it. And we're kind of back down to that level. So again, I think Tron probably is cheap here and can still work higher. And then one more. We got THETA USD. We've been showing this chart. Previous supports back here. I thought this was a spring, and I'm guessing we just probably did another spring here back to previous fourth wave support, which is something you look for in Elliott wave. So once again, I wouldn't have a problem owning this one here. So that is it.
Who got took first overall in the NFL draft? The first person to tell me who got picked first overall and I verify it gets 10,000 RPD. Go.
Whoa.
Got to pay attention to sports. I love me some sports. We got the Blues hockey game 1 of round number 2. Trying to get to their first ever Stanley Cup. Let's see if it happens. I got to watch that tonight at 8:30. What do you got going on over there, Todd? You trying to look at the...
I was looking at DGD because that's one that our guys were trading in our Patreon Discord.
Yep. How's that looking?
I was kind of, because I don't trade that. When I gave a buy down here, when it was around 28, I said buy 24. Caught that low exact.
Oh. And we said to sell it literally almost at the very high, right around $40. And I said it would go back down to $24. I think Cyril or Mavril is trading that one. And where did the wick put us?
I think what it was, you gave a sell here. And then down here, I said, well, I think you'll get another chance to sell if you're so inclined. And then we ran to another new high. And then we came back to 24. So that one's still trading well. Again, I'm not trading that one. That one's a little off my risk levels for PCG. But that was a good one. And Bitcoin 5210, where it's been setting after the news. So we shall see how it works overnight.
Yeah, based on this news, guys, if you see a further break and you have extra fiat, I really think you should take the opportunity to buy it. This is just like the days of when we were in the bull market. You know, some bad news would come out and you'd see a $500 collapse and everybody was freaking out when really you should have been taking that opportunity to BTFD as things continue to go higher and continue to look constructive.
I mean, this here could be a flat correction if you like Elliott wave, and then this could have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now an ABC back down to previous fourth, which means that's, you know, 1, 2, we're ready to go higher. I've been showing how we stair step higher, and I guess I think that somehow here that's still basically what we're doing. So my bull counts just continue to show corrections and further rallies. So again, I don't know how we're going to count this with this news kind of wrecking some Elliott wave labelings, but I'll stay with my Wyckoff, and I did have a buy on Bitcoin up here at these levels and Litecoin, so I think we'll still work higher once we shake this news off. And can we run a disclaimer real quick?
Let's do it.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns.
There we go. James B said XLM and 0x look to hold in here and build the right shoulder of an inverse head and shoulder, which would be a reversal pattern if you do follow chart patterns.
XLM has been pretty weak, so we shall see.
All right. Anybody have any last questions, comments, concerns, technical analysis questions, fundamental analysis questions, patreon.com/learncrypto. If you come up with more questions and want to get in our private Discord, we will refund you your payment that will come in on May 1st. Essentially, you will get all of May and this remaining last week for the price of 1 month. You will also get in the Patreon-only live show that occurs next Monday or Tuesday, as well as the Patreon-only giveaway, which is going to be 2 winners, because I do owe a giveaway winner from last month as well.
Nate Youngman just joined and needs the invite.
Oh, there he is. Nate. You know what's funny, Nate?
Nate's
You've been on the watch list for that Patreon since day one, and I always wondered how many winning trades and how long it would take for you to actually pull the trigger on it. So welcome to the family, Nate. And you know, your luck is you're going to win this first giveaway on Monday.
Glad to have you in there, Nate. You've supported me on Twitter forever. We got the...
Bye Pig says, I believe in DGB. Why, if it is such a good project, why is it so cheap?
How they knew we had a moon shirt?
We've been saving this. We've been saving it.
We got the NASA.
We got the NASA moon suits over here, ready to hop on our Learn Crypto rocket ship. We've been saving that.
Chicks will dig that.
We're gonna get the fog machine. We're gonna come out here saying "Told you so" when Bitcoin heads to $100,000.
I'm gonna walk on water in my underwear.
Instead of 10,000 RPD giveaway, we'll be just raining it on everybody.
Take the course, $299. I will give you throw a discount if anyone's interested. So hit me up. tbutterfield@wyckoffsmi.com.
Nate Youngman says it was his financial situation that prevented him from joining our Patreon earlier, but he says he loves you guys and the course has saved his portfolio. There you go. We can throw up some buys and sells for you. We can feed you for a day, but in order for you to feed for a lifetime, you do need to learn these things on your own when me and Todd aren't available, or you know, when Bitcoin goes to $1 million and we say, hey guys, we're only going live once a week.
Clifford said he's no longer lost and confused. I hodl with purpose.
The reason Digibyte is so cheap right now, well, cheap is a relative term because it is still, top 25, top 35 in market cap due to the amount of coins that are in circulation. So there's one reason. It also has a quite high inflation rate right now as well. But the real reason is, it's a fully decentralized platform, but there isn't a lot of marketing. The community is really strong. The marketing is picking up. They are going to a lot more events, but the tech side of things does look quite strong. Not only on the UTXO side can it compete and surpass with Bitcoin, Litecoin, Vercoin, and others, but they're also branching off into the security sector with DigiShield and trying to compete with the likes of Ethereum, EOS Neo, Ethereum Classic with their new launch of Digi Assets. Now, I wouldn't put them in the same tier as Ethereum or EOS, but probably in more of the tier with like Waves, a platform in which you can issue your own token on demand without really having a high-level degree in computer science. So they have 3 sectors that hopefully can drive some value for DGB in the future, and they're also targeting third-world countries for ease of use and people who aren't looking to invest in crypto but really need it out of a necessity as their fiat dollar has become worthless and they might as well just throw it in the trash. So I do like Digibyte. I like the tech. It's faster. It's more streamlined than Litecoin or Bitcoin for peer-to-peer transactions. It just doesn't have quite the network effect, and it doesn't have the major liquidity pools. It's not on Coinbase. It's not on Coinbase Pro. It's not on Binance, and institutions aren't really going to have access to it on the first wave of investments, which is what we are looking for here to ride the bull market in the right way. You want to ride where the institutions have access and then take profits there and move it into other altcoins that are going to see secondary gains from other retail investors and institutions as they branch out their portfolio and gain access to those other cryptos in the futures as well.
My XRP USD technometer is down to major oversold again. I mean, we did have a sell back here on April 17th. This had been a reading above 50. It was a 52. So those were sells after really giving buys at the same price. But now we're back to oversold again. So I would think XRP, maybe it is a little spring here or shakeout. Maybe we can finally dig out of here and get this thing acting better. Wiped up some of the last week longs and keep them moving. Daddy's here.
Digibyte has always been one of those where I said if you have an extra few Satoshis after a trade or a few extra dollars sitting in your account, that's one that I accumulate at these levels because I do believe it'll have its time. From a tech perspective, from a dev perspective, it's all there. It just needs to get going a little bit and we'll see what happens here in the future. So that's one I just pick up. You can pick up for $1. You can pick up 100 digibyte, and I know everybody feels good about unit bias. So if you got extra sats laying around, I keep tossing them in DGB at these near all-time low levels in Bitcoin comparison. Is that all you got, Todd?
That's about all I got.
I mean, we got to just give another scroll on Dustin's sick ass. Well, we just lost monetization, Dustin, because I just cussed about how cool your website is. So you got to send me another. You got to send me another sign. Check it out, guys. Very interesting. Not stuff you can really find anywhere else. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Digibyte, XRP, Rapids, Linda, and others. And I'm sure he'll come up with more products. I want one of these big framed Rapids and Bitcoin, and hang them in my living room so my girlfriend can yell at me. That's what I'm looking to do, Todd.
Linda.
Shout out to the 395 people watching. Let's hit that subscribe button. I saw a couple names pop out, so shout out to you. Keep tuning in. And if this is your first live show, go to our YouTube homepage. Check out all the recordings we have. We have interviews with Charles Hoskinson, Thomas Lee, John McAfee, Rob Viglione. The list goes on and on. We also have recorded technical analysis, reviews, crypto tips and tricks. Check us out. Content has been a little slower, no internet, the bear market, but we're coming back strong. And of course, we are always available on Twitter, Patreon, and Discord. So we'll see you guys over there. And that's about all we got tonight. That's about all we got.
What's up, G Money?
You got any last words, Todd? Anything they need to be buying right here, right now?
No, I mean, I had a tweet from Bloomberg.com earlier. 4 hours ago, I tweeted about traders getting together, trying to, bring more of the, classic investor into crypto. So I still think that's something that's happening. So, that's why I've stayed bullish this whole time and think that there's still a major future ahead, because I think the Wall Street investors are going to come over to crypto. And I've said this: the U.S. stock market wasn't crashing in December, would stay good, and people will easily take some of that money and throw it to cryptos. So I think that'll happen. They'll chase it higher.
And then Chris Poe, welcome to the channel, says, all this VeChain news and partners, we should see a big ROI in the next bull run. VeChain is on my recommended list of hodling on Binance or in the VeChain wallet for its ROI opportunity. You guys have been knowing this entire bear market, what have I been preaching to do? Get Bitcoin and get passive income generating cryptos, run masternodes, supernodes, secure nodes, because each and every day I wake up to more crypto in my wallet. The price was going down, but my crypto bags kept getting bigger. I think VeChain has had a lot of news. They did have that really good conference, so no real price reaction out of that just yet. But I do have a little bag in which I get paid monthly by Binance, and we'll continue to dig into them once again. That is one that we rode really high, as they really were the only competitor in the RFID technology space. Now we're starting to see traditional companies like IBM striving to compete with them. But VeChain still does have government backing, still has a working team, and still has a ton of treasury funds to make it a reality. So that, coupled with the passive income opportunity, I think that's a good one to nibble on here and there and keep fattening up the bag to keep getting more and more monthly income. The source of being wealthy is having multiple revenue streams. Passive income opportunities in crypto provide that. Investing in crypto provide that, but you need to also make sure to stay in your traditional markets, stay in your regular job, sell some stuff on Craigslist, and you'll be well on your way to a financially stable lifetime.
I'd probably, if I was looking for something to do, I'd probably trade BAT up here. I do think that was a buying climax. I think we probably just did a spring. I think you probably could trade this 40 to 45 level. Buy it here and trade it a little bit if you wanted.
Buy it here, sell it again, and let it go.
Yeah, buy it here
lower.
And sell 45.
There you
Trade
go.
It again.
There you go. All right, guys, that's about all we got. Stay tuned for your daily crypto updates here at Learn Crypto. We will see you guys soon. We'll see you on Twitter, and I'm going to go watch the Blues game. So let's check that out. What'd you just press? Press that again for me, Todd.
I'm rich, bitch.
I'm rich, bitch!
Everybody will be saying that when Bitcoin hits its 35,000, then it's going to have a correction, 50,000 a correction, and then it's going to blow right past that 50 to 100,000. Stick with us. We're not going anywhere for the next 3 to 5 years. Bitcoin and crypto is the place to be for mass adoption, for investment, for speculation, all of the above, and we're staying here for you guys.
What's
Peace
up,
out.
Sorgen? James B. James B on Square, I do not have a buy yet. It's been sitting here at 72-ish. So we'll go over some stocks on our next show.
Like, share, subscribe. Leave your RPD wallet address or Telegram in the comment section below to have your chance at 10,000 free crypto coins. And we'll see you next time.
Peace out.
Oh, hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you got to be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck. Everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard. Play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.